Hello and welcome to beautiful Dwyer Stadium for this evening's home opener for the Batavia Muckdogs. They're facing off against the Elmira Pioneers, who they faced off against last night in Elmira, unfortunately coming up on the short end of things, losing 10-3 in Elmira's home opener. Austin Mendes alongside with Jared Valentin and a special guest tonight, the Elmira broadcaster, so it's a Can USA broadcast, as we have Josh Davis joining us in the booth this evening. So, Josh, coming from Elmira and everything you do in Elmira, how are you feeling that the Pios can do tonight?
Yep, got the 10-3 win last night. I think the energy's high for the team starting the season. We were West Division champions last season. Doing everything we can to get back to that. I think we have 4 returning players from last year's roster. Cooper Smith was great last night, 3 for 4 with a run, 3 RBIs. I think both teams are going to be battling for a title. These are 2 of the best teams in the West this season. It's going to be a ton of fun to see them go at it in a rematch. Yesterday was a home field advantage for us. Today on the road, we'll see if the confidence can stay high. So,
Jared, for you, Batavia, they played well to start the game with Michael Benedict going strong. Garrett Brunstetter came in relief for him, pitched 2 strong innings, and then kind of everything fell apart in that 7th inning for the Muckdogs.
Exactly. It was a great start by Michael Benedict through the first 4 or 5 innings. Head coach Martinez kept him in a little longer than he did Matt Mazzitti in the first game against Jamestown. Brunstetter came in the 7th inning, loaded up all the bases with 0 outs, and then immediately Coach Martinez took him out and put in another pitcher at the mound. And after that, when Kazi, the pitcher who came in, that's when the runs started to pile in for Elmira. 6 runs, Austin, that were unanswered in the bottom of the 7th inning. That just completely blew the game out of the water for Elmira and Batavia.
Well, as we get things underway here in Batavia for this evening's broadcast, let's get a word from our official starting lineup sponsor, from Bryson Berry.
Hey, it's Bryson Berry. Let's see your Muckdog starting lineup, presented by Tompkins Bank.
So first off, for the Elmira Pioneers, going down their lineup, Aiden Fry, the shortstop, leading things off for them, and then Camden Jansen batting second, the designated hitter. Tanner Donati in center field for the Pios, and then Darren Callahan at third base. Calvin Warlow in left field, Tim Haftel at second base, Eddie Kaufman in right, Bennett Sheeler behind the dish, Coy Schwanger, the extra hitter, and Trey Runge, the third baseman, with Connor Freeman on the mound. For the Muckdogs starting lineup, Gavin Chandler, number 9, is the pitcher for the Muckdogs for their home opener. James Mason, the center fielder, Lucas Lopez, the shortstop, Jake Butler, the third baseman, Trevor Dutra, the designated hitter, Justin Espinal, the first baseman, Anthony Greco, the right fielder, Jacob Vesco, his debut for the Muckdogs tonight after recently joining the team, in left for Batavia, Caleb Walker, the second baseman, Joe Siciliano, the catcher, and Yankiel Gonzalez, the extra hitter.
Player to keep note on, Austin, for the Batavia Muckdogs lineup is Sean Mendez, the leadoff last night against Elmira. Tallied 4 strikeouts after the day before being named the dog of the game by Batavia in the 12-3 victory over Jamestown. Had 4 strikeouts in Elmira last night, and now he's no longer in the starting lineup.
Now, another thing to look at, since it's the home opener, Muckdogs owner and Can USA owner Robbie Nichols has something special for the fans. Looking at this Muckdogs lineup, the hitman for tonight, the Tully's hitman, is Jake Butler, the third batter in this lineup. If he gets a hit tonight, fans get half off coupon for tenders at Tully's for their famous Tully's tenders. Now on the other end for the Pios lineup, the K-man tonight is Bennett Sheeler, the catcher. He's the 8th man in the lineup. And that's the Eli Fish sponsor for tonight. They need 3 Ks to get something special at Eli Fish for all Muckdogs fans. So now looking down at the field, both coaches, Coach Drum and Coach Martinez, talking things over as we'll get things started here at Dwyer Stadium for the Muckdogs 2024 home opener.
On Friday, June 7th at Sal Magny Stadium. Start time is 6:30 p.m. with post-game fireworks. To claim your tickets, stop by the box office or call them at 585-524-2260. Let's show the league who the #1 fans are in the entire league, and we all know it's you. Go, Muckdogs! Fans, come be a part of Muckdog Mafia. Season tickets are as low as $99. Stop by the merchandise stand now to sign up today. And once again, go Muckdogs!
So looking up at the lineup tonight, first off for the visiting Pioneers, so Josh, you'll be able to help us out a little bit here. Josh being the Elmira broadcaster. Who's a guy you can watch in the lineup?
Yeah, I'm going to miss Cooper Smith. He was huge for us last night, one of the better hitters on the team. Obviously not in the lineup tonight. You said Sheeler was the K-man. Obviously all the Muckdogs fans are going to be rooting against him tonight, hoping he strikes out a lot. But I really think Tanner Donati and Darren Callahan in the 3-4 spot, that's going to be a 1-2 punch for the Pios tonight. Hopefully they can get some big hits. And if you're a Muckdogs fan, those are going to be 2 guys that you're going to be looking to get big outs on.
So next up, Connor Freeman on the mound. He's a lefty for the Pios.
Freshman at Paris JUCO, young, big, talented kid. He's got great extension there on the mound. We'll see if he can get things started early. It's going to be important to find the zone. Last night, Ump was calling a lot of those breaking balls outside strikes, and pitchers got used to that. And we'll see what the Ump's calling tonight. And if pitchers can figure out what the zone is, it could be advantageous for either team.
So now, Jared, looking at this Muckdogs lineup, of course, the hitman tonight is Jake Butler. But other than Jake Butler, who are you seeing that could possibly get it done for Batavia tonight?
I'm looking at the cleanup hitter, Trevor Dutra, Austin. This is his 3rd straight game now in that cleanup spot, number 4 in the batting lineup. And he had a solid night against Elmira. Ultimately, it wasn't enough, but got on base, and it was even more crucial for the Muckdogs against the Tarp Skunks in that 12-3 victory the other day. So for me, it's that same cleanup hitter, Trevor Dutra, who could be pivotal tonight for Batavia.
Next up, Gavin Chandler, the pitcher for the Muckdogs tonight. What does he need to get done in order to combat this lineup for the Pios?
I think it's just setting the tone early by keeping Elmira's hitters on their feet, but not to the point where, like we saw last night, Elmira is getting on base consistently. Brunstetter and Kazi in that 7th inning both were walking a lot of the Pioneers' batters in that inning, and that's what ultimately led to 6 unanswered runs. So if you're Gavin Chandler, it's really just about setting the tone early, keeping the hitters honest for Elmira, but not to the point where you're giving up easy walks.
Another thing, since you have the mic here, we're seeing the debut of our in-stadium host for
I know where this is going.
For this afternoon, and for the season, I should say. That's Bubba Dog Bailey.
Bubba Dog Bailey. I got the chance to speak with him in a couple days. You know, we've been working with him over the last month, getting ready for this exact moment here at Dwyer Stadium, and the fans, they're in for a treat with Bubba Dog. That's all I can say.
Now, Bubba Dog Bailey, if you get the chance to come out to Dwyer this year, it should be something that you'll love to see. Bubba Dog Bailey from Fort Knox, Kentucky. It'll be a treat, like Jared said, and something that, with Elmira and Batavia being rivals, something that I don't know if Elmira has down there, something as special as Bubba Dog Bailey.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm excited to see it. I'll get back to you on that after the game.
It'll be something exciting, but we'll send it down to the field as our public address announcer, Paul Spiata, is giving out today's rosters and the starting lineups.
Swanger, EH. Batting 10th at the third base, number 20, Trey Rumby, third base. And the starting pitcher tonight for Elmira, number 4, Freeman pitching for Elmira. And the rest of the Elmira Pioneers, let's give them a big Batavia welcome. Now, fans, it's time to welcome the greatest dance team in the entire PGCDO. Let's welcome the KMS Diamond Dance Team. Please help us welcome the most loyal dog in all the land. He's the number one mascot in the entire PGCDO. Let's welcome Dewey! Yeah, boy, Dewey. It's now time to welcome your new in-stand coach. He's the biggest, the baddest, the boldest man with a mic. Let's welcome Big Dog.
What's going on at the Wire Stadium? My name's Bubba No! You're stuck with me for the next 2 months! I'm ready for some chaos! Robbie found me all the way down to the depths of Kentucky to come out here and entertain you! Alright? I'm standing in at 5'11", 220 pounds! Switch here! Skip, let me write this down, alright? Alright, you guys ready to rock? These guys are right here, these guys are ready, so let's go! I thought this place was packed, I can't hear you! Are you ready? You can do better than that! Come on! Are you ready? That's what I'm talking about! Woo!
Alright, thanks. Keep keep that noise level up, it's time that we introduce to you your 2024 Batavia Muckdogs, brought to you by Tompkins Bank. And they will be joined this evening by the Turnbull Heating and Air Baseball Buddies from the Tri-Town Little League and Leroy Little League. The Muckdogs are managed by the 2023 Manager of the Year. Let's hear it for Joey Skip Martinez. Assistant coach Khalid Cox and pitching coach Tyler Prospero. The Muckdogs clubhouse manager is Eric Mozecki. And tonight's safety hook bat boy is Marshall Calfor, and the Muckdogs official team trainers are provided each night by Rochester Regional Health. Now, fans, it's time to introduce the non-starters this evening for your Batavia Muckdogs. Starting with number 2 from Alabama State, Gavin. From the University of Auburn at Montgomery, number 4, let's hear it for Pregame. Next up, from the University of Missouri at St. Louis, number 6, Garrett Brumstetter. From Eastern Florida State, number 9, Michael Benedict. From Salisbury University, number 15, Garrett Bieber. And from Chandler College, he went to Notre Dame High School in Batavia. He's from Attica, New York. Let's hear it for number 17, Rustin Berry. From Lindsey Wilson College, number 18, Reed Markham. From Coliseum University, number 19, Etiel Ventura. From UMass Amherst, number 20, Jason Cosby. From Kentucky State, number 21, Michael Pedraza. From SUNY New Paltz, number 22, Liam Ryan. From Stillman College, number 23, Isidro Jimenez. From the University of Wisconsin, star number 29, Tucker Betting. From Bluefield University in Alexander, New York, number 30, Ty Wood. From Center College, number 32, Josh Woodgood. From Coliseum University, number 33, Nathan Ruth. From Rowan College in South Jersey, number 39, Matt Massey. From SUNY Portland, number 27, James Bolton. From Chi-Line, New York, let's hear it for number 47, Cooper Romick. From Saraposa Community College, number 31, Justin Austin. From Hendricks College, number 48, Sean Pope. From Southern Wesleyan University, number 3, Travis Hammond. From Keystone College, number 7, Sean Mendez. From Salisbury University, number 12, P.J. Morris. From Durham College, number 35, Eric Smith. And now here's the starting lineup. for your Batavia Muckdogs. Leading off playing center field number 8 from Clarkson University, James Mason. Mason center field. Batting second from St. Thomas University, number 14, the shortstop, Lucas Lopez. Lopez shortstop. Batting third for third baseman from George Mason University, number 1, Jake Butler. Tonight, Kelly's hitman of the game. Then the cleanup spot for your Muckdogs from Lafayette College, the designated hitter, number 52, Trevor Dutra. Dutra, the batting fifth and playing first base from Jefferson College, number 37, Justin Espinal. Batting sixth and playing right field from the College of William and Mary, he's from Buffalo, New York, number 55, Anthony Greco. Batting seventh, left fielder from the University of Dayton, number 10, Jacob Gusto. Batting eighth and second baseman from Alfred State College, number 00, Taylor Walker. Batting ninth and tenth from the University of Rochester, number 38, Joseph Siciliano. Batting 10th, the extra hitter from the University of Fort Lauderdale, number 24, Miguel Gonzalez. And starting pitching tonight for your Muckdogs, from Marion Military Institute, number 25, Gavin Chandler. Chandler starting for your Batavia Muckdogs. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? Muckdog fans, this past year, our community suffered a loss at the hands of a horrific crime. 32-year police force veteran Sergeant Thomas Sanfratello tragically lost his life in a senseless act. He began his career as a dispatcher on February 29, 1992, and was appointed a deputy sheriff in 1996, and in 2007, he was promoted to sergeant. At this time, we will take a moment of silence for his life, as well as all of our season ticket holders who are no longer here with us, especially Ernie Lawrence, a great fan who for many years sat in the third base bleachers making rosaries and rooting for our team. Please, a moment of silence. We thank you so much. And now, fans, at this time, we'd like to ask that you rise for the singing of God Bless America performed this evening by the Oakfield Alabama High School.
Let us all be
standing for the singing of our national anthem, once again performed by the Oakfield, Alabama High School. And now, fans, we're going to send it down to the field for tonight's ceremonial first pitch, which will be thrown by your Batavia Muckdogs owner, Robbie Nichols.
Before we start the first pitch, on behalf of the ownership group, myself, my wife Nellie, Mark Witt, and Tupta, we want to say thank you to our great fans. Thank you for showing up. Here goes my friend Pete. Stand up. Pete always has perfect timing every year. He knows when we're playing. I have to tell you, remember the great air show that happens here in Batavia every year. Mark it on your calendar. August 31st and the first weekend in September. There goes Pete again. Thank you, Pete Zila, and remember the air show coming up. I want to thank Graham Corporation, Batavia Downs, and all our great sponsors you see on the field for making Batavia Muckdog baseball possible. I want to say thank you to the 2023 Manager of the Year, Skip Martinez. And we'll get the season started as I give him a fastball right here.
In there for the first strike of the home season for the Batavia Muckdogs, courtesy of our owner, Robbie Nichols. We're getting things underway here in Batavia as Gavin Chandler's warming up for the first pitch, and let's hear from Josh first. Debut of Bubba Dog Bailey. What do you think?
That was an energetic performance for sure. That was fun.
Ladies and gentlemen of Batavia, you heard it here first from Josh Davis, the Elmira broadcaster. We are better than Elmira.
putting words in my mouth, Austin, but it was definitely fun to watch. He's an entertainer beyond words, and I want to see more of him for the rest of the game.
Now, send it over to our color commentator, Jared. How do you feel Bubba Dog did?
That was everything that we've been hyping up for the last month and more. That was incredible, and it's just game one, Austin, here at Dwyer Stadium, and to say that we have 2 more months of Bubba Dog Bailey this summer is just brings tears of joy to my eyes.
That's one thing that we've been waiting for. I mean, working with him every day, getting ready for this moment, Jared. It was more than what I was expecting. I don't know. I loved it personally. I mean, that was great. Bailey did a great job. Fort Knox, Kentucky, hometown. I mean, there's Bubba Dog for you guys. Come out to Dwyer Stadium to see Bubba Dog Bailey in action here at Dwyer all season long. We'll send it down to the field as we're underway here, getting ready for Chandler's first pitch. Leading things off for the Pios is number 12 shortstop Aiden Frey. Chandler, the southpaw for the Muckdogs out of Alabaster, Alabama. Baby Shark playing throughout Dwyer for the sold-out crowd for the Muckdogs home opener. Here we go for the first pitch from Chandler. This is on the outside part of the plate for the first ball. And of course, Paul Spiata, our public address announcer, doing a great job as always here at Dwyer as we are in a 1-1 count from the southpaw.
He really does everything smoothly here, Austin. A great voice to hear on the air every single game, and just makes these fans more invested into the game than they already are.
Facing a 2-1 count, Chandler trying to recollect himself with a 2-1 pitch. Gets that one a little low in the zone, 3-1. Exactly what Frey wants. Perfect opportunity. Finds that one. Bottom part of the zone for a strike. Full count. Looking for the first out of the home opener. Grounded over to second, thrown to first, and Espinal catches it for the first out here at Dwyer Stadium for the home team.
The fans are loving it, Austin, and that's how you have to respond after last night's loss. Set the tone early and let Elmira know at Dwyer Stadium there will be no easy hits. And to get on base, Austin, it is going to take a lot more than that.
I'll bring up the designated hitter, Camden Jansen. Jansen played last night for the Pios, did just about how you'd expect. Ball one in there from Chandler after the bunt attempt. Next pitch, missing just barely high in the zone. Next pitch is in there for a strike.
Chandler throwing a lot of balls here to start, but let's see if he finds his rhythm.
2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike two. Chandler trying to get the upper hand, battling back from 2 balls down. Time is granted. Jansen trying to disrupt the rhythm that Chandler has found himself in. Two balls, 2 strikes with 1 out in the inning. Chandler's pitch. Ball outside, another full count. And one thing about these Pios batters, they like to expand that count, chew up some pitches. That's low for ball 4.
Back-to-back.
Runner on first.
Back-to-back
Bringing
full
up
counts.
33, Tanner Donati.
Yeah, back-to-back full counts there. A lot of pitches thrown so far in just 2 batters. Puts Jansen on base, has a bit of speed. We'll see if he runs.
Lefty versus lefty matchup now. First pitch from Chandler. Finds the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Jansen on first with Donati at the plate. Lefty-lefty matchup. The southpaw going over to first. Espinal, late catch from the throw over. Chandler getting ready for the next pitch. Thrown in. Jansen going over the tag. Put down, but not in time as Jansen gets the stolen base.
That's exactly what you alluded to earlier, Josh. The ability of Jansen to get stolen bases here, and he does it once again.
Pios have somebody in scoring position for Donati right now. Not a favorable matchup, lefty versus lefty. Chandler's next pitch. Finds it again in the strike zone. Donati trying to move the runner over or score him. Chandler looking to prevent that from happening. The 1-2 pitch. Inside, that one bounces away from Siciliano, and Jansen just jogs over. Now runner on third.
That was something that we saw a bit yesterday. A lot of wild pitches thrown by Batavia. It's something that needs to be improved on to keep from runners moving. We'll see if that can improve throughout this game. And now Jansen on third base with 1 out.
Not what the Muckdogs want early in this one. Chandler resetting. 2 balls, 2 strikes with a runner on third. Donati looking to drive him in. Swung on, grounded down the first base line and foul. Well, we'll do it again with another 2-2 offering upcoming from the southpaw. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for the first strikeout from Chandler. Trying to hold the runner at first. At third, rather.
That's what Chandler and that's what the Muckdogs needed right there. You get the second out, and now you just have to do it one more time, and that prevents Elmira from scoring early here.
Darren Callahan coming up to the plate for the Pios. Third baseman. Chandler finds that one in the zone. One strike, Chandler getting ready. Here's the next pitch. Fastball, missing outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chandler hasn't thrown many off-speed pitches to this point. See if he comes here with one. There's a 1 diving down in the dirt, but outside of the zone for the second ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on third. Chandler getting ready, trying to battle in this count. Tipped off by Callahan. 2-2 count. Chandler looking to strand the runner.
Just have to make sure that Elmira's runner on third does not get home. All you need is just one more strike.
Pitch from the southpaw. Ball high and another full count.
Once again, already the third full count we've seen in this at-bat or this half inning.
Full count.
Payoff pitch on the way, and it's
Ball low, and that walks in, putting runners at the corners for the Pios.
Calvin Warlow coming under the plate. He was a defensive substitution yesterday, but this is his first at-bat of the season.
Runners at the corners, Austin, is how Elmira got the scoring started early in the game before that outburst in the 7th. So having players on first and third is key for the Pios.
Now, one thing interesting about Gavin Chandler, he's from Marion Military Institute. Now,
first pitch on the way.
Thinking about people that go to military institutions and different academies such as that, one thing they have is discipline. And they build that up in you, a lot of mental toughness games, and that's where I feel like Chandler's going to come into play here. A little bit in a jam with runners on first and third and a good hitter in Warlow up at the plate. It's a 1-1 count currently as the southpaw gets ready for the next pitch.
I like where your head's at, Austin, because Chandler was down in the count and a couple of pitches to start this inning, but kept his composure, didn't count himself out, and while there may be runners on first and third, it came down to the very last pitch, a full count on nearly all the batters so far, so just got to see if Chandler can keep that up.
That one's going out into foul territory. Espinal chasing after it, and it lands out in the stands. 2-2 count. Have to wonder. I mean, we've seen 3 full counts now. Could we be seeing a 4th one here?
Right on left. Got to be going breaking ball here, 2-2. He's relied on the fastball a lot so far. Go to a pitch we might not have seen yet here on Warlow.
The southpaw looking for his payoff pitch here. Trying to battle out of this corner's jam. The pitch swung on, grounded over to the third baseman, picked up by Dutra, thrown to first. Espinal reaches out, snags it, and Chandler gets out of the jam.
Wow, what a snag by Espinal at first. A spin move and makes contact with the plate. And the runner heading to first, so great play by the Muckdogs on the field.
All right, Royer Stadium. I have curly behind third base.
And guess who it is now, Austin? Bubba Dog Bailey back at it.
Don't want to spoil stuff for the fans to come out to the stadium, so we'll be getting a word from one of our sponsors.
What's up, Muckdogs fan? It's Bryson Berry, pitcher and outfielder. If I were to get a car in Batavia, I'd go to Pellegrino Auto Sales. Come on down and see why they're Batavia's #1 leader in auto dealing.
Welcome back to Dwyer Stadium as we get ready for the bottom half of the inning. James Mason leading it off for the Muckdogs.
Jay Mason.
Of course, our public address announcer, Paul Spiata, doing a great job as always. Now Freeman getting ready for the first pitch to Mason, a southpaw for the Pios.
Mason, a sophomore out of Clarkson University, and 88 at-bats for the Golden Knights this season, 27 hits, 14 RBIs, so a pretty good hitter to have on your team.
Next pitch, the 1-0, swung on and missed from Mason for the first strike.
Of course, Freeman, 6'3", 190 pounds, tons of extension with the legs. He's going to be using a lot of leverage, high heat tonight, and for the Muckdogs, he's going to be getting the bat speed up and getting the timing up early.
A 2-1 count now for Mason, the center fielder, going against Freeman. Looking for a 2-1 pitch upcoming. Slows it down a little bit, gets it in the strike zone. Now 2-2. Possibly expecting an off-speed here. Normally a put-away pitch for a lefty. A fastball high, though, for a ball. Now a full count. We'd be seeing something similar here from Chandler's first inning.
This might be battle of the full counts here, Austin. It's a little too early to say for sure, but something to keep an eye on going forward.
Well, Mason walks, that puts the runner on for the Muckdogs, bringing up Lucas Lopez, who played well last night against the Pios. But again, it's a lefty versus lefty matchup here between these two lefties.
You mentioned Lucas Lopez's performance last night and how he played well. 3 at-bats, 2 hits, and 1 walk. So getting on base all 3 times, you can't ask for much better than that.
That's in there for a strike. Getting ahead early is Freeman. Step and a half lead at first for Mason. Typically, you put your leadoff guy having speed. He leans back, that was fouled off.
Oohs coming from the Batavia crowd on that one. Landed just above them. Luckily, there's a safety net there for those fans.
Quickly down 0-2. Lopez trying to move the runner over and get on board. Little toss over to first. Mason not really giving much of a lead to be concerning for Freeman. He just took a step off the bag. Little jump over and now another pickoff move over to first. Mason still in there safely. Likely a play at the plate here. Mason, step over. Lopez waiting for the pitch. Here he goes, ball high. 1-2 count for Lopez. Time's called. I believe there's a baseball on the field. There is. Coach Cox, our first base coach here in Batavia, throws that one into the crowd. It's a souvenir for a fan. Now Lopez gets ready for the 1-2 offering from Freeman. Mason going over. A hit and run and executed perfectly as Mason gets over to second and Lopez is in there with a single.
Great awareness.
Jake Butler.
Great awareness by Lopez there to hit it into left field where just past the shortstop for Elmira, but in the field to where nobody was there that time, so a lot of running from the Pioneers there, and Muckdogs on base as a result.
Now that brings up Jake Butler, Tully's hitman of the game. Fans will be rooting for Butler to get a base knock here. He's got 2 runners on, getting things started. No outs. Ball high to Butler.
Freeman showing a lot of velocity so far tonight, but has struggled to get it in the zone. Had to put in a strike there last at bat, and a nice piece of work to get that into left field. Now 2 on with no outs to start the inning. Could be a big one here for the Muckdogs.
Butler swings on that one, picked by the third baseman, thrown back to first. It's a double play.
Yes, it was a double play, and that retires the man on third.
And all that work the Muckdogs did to get on base just disappears. A double play by the Pios, some solid fielding just now, and it's scoreless now after one.
That brings up Trevor Dutra. He's got a runner on second.
Beautiful piece of work by Rungi over there at third. Getting the DP, knew exactly what to do when the ball hit his mitt.
Dutra checks that swing, but they'll say he went. 0-1. Now, one thing about the game last night, it was close up until the 7th, a 2-1 game with Batavia leading. Could expect another good one tonight, as that one's in for a strike.
Just can't get those bases loaded with no outs, Austin.
Quickly down 0-2. Dutra getting ready for another pitch. That one falls in there, and he strikes out looking for the final out of the inning. We're tied at 0 following the first inning of play here in Batavia.
Now time to send it down to Muckdog for tonight's
Whole Life Fitness is the official gym of the Batavia Muckdogs, located at 624 East Main Street in Batavia. Make sure to stop in and see them for your membership today. Attica's 10th hole in golf course was formerly known as Attica Golf Club and is now a public 9-hole golf course that was built in 1932. Attica's 10th hole in golf is a great place to eat and is open all year round for holiday brunches, meals to go, and delicious Friday fish fries. Check out 96 Buttle Street in Attica, New York.
And welcome back, my friend, to Dwyer Stadium. Tonight's the second inning. Still on the hill here for the Muckdogs. They got their
Welcome back to Dwyer Stadium, as we're getting ready for the second inning here, as Haft comes up to the plate. Again, there will be post-game fireworks following the home opener. First pitch from Chandler, ball way outside. 1-0 count.
It's not made, it just cuts off.
Next pitch. That one finds the strike zone. Chandler getting ready for the 1-1. Ball low. In the dirt down there. Ideally not what Chandler was looking for. Now a 2-1 pitch upcoming. Swings on that one, going over to the right fielder, chasing it down, diving! They'll say it drops down.
So close to making the play there that time. Love the effort to put the body on the line there. Just wasn't enough that time.
That puts a runner on first for the Pios. Now Eddie Kaufman coming up with a runner on first, no outs. Getting ready for the next one. A bunt laid down. Hit Kaufman. And it's foul. Looks like Coach Martinez comes out to try to get an explanation for that call. Walk away laughing and joking.
Not sure what he was upset about there. The call was in favor of the Muckdogs, and we'll play on 0-1 count.
Kaufman stepping right back into the batter's box. We're getting set for another pitch upcoming from the southpaw Chandler. An 0-1 count with a runner on first. Chandler, side step to the plate, ball outside. Laid off for 1-1 upcoming. Chandler getting ready, another 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed from Kaufman for strike 2.
Let's see if Chandler gets this at-bat over with or makes it a full count.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner taking a little lead at first. He does a shuffle back. Chandler throws over first. Espinal applies the tag, but no luck there. They're in there safely.
After the speedy second baseman on first base, the lefty on the mound. It's going to be tough to steal, and we'll see if he goes.
Swung on and missed, and there's the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Bennett Sheeler. And Sheeler, fans looking for him to strike out all day today. He came in this evening. Chandler holding the runner at first. Espinal patrolling the bag over there. Sheeler up to the plate. Swung on, that one's fouled off, going out there. That looks like could have a car casualty out there. Of course, we hope not. Chandler throws over to Espinal. No luck there. One strike. Chandler getting ready, the 0-1, going to the plate. In there for strike 2.
Chandler threw a lot of outside pitches in the first inning. Now keeping him more inside the strike zone and getting those strikes as a result.
0-2 upcoming from Chandler. Throwing the pitch way outside for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes with a 1 out with a runner on first. Chandler, the southpaw, getting ready for a pitch going to the plate. Ball low. Looks like he was trying to find the bottom corner.
Several of those low fastballs have been called so far. I was looking for another one just off the inside corner.
Chandler getting ready for the next pitch. 2-2 offering. Little off-speed pitch going outside of the zone, now facing a full count.
Yet another full count for Chandler so far in this game.
Chandler's pitch. Going down the right field line. Greco chasing after that one, and it lands fair, bounces out, and they'll say it's foul.
Looks like Greco thought it was foul and appears to be right. Everyone else here in the stands thought otherwise.
Thought that one could have bounced fair. I mean, the umpire, of course, has a better view than I do.
It was close, that's for sure.
Well, the southpaw looking for this 3-2 offering to Sheeler. The pitch swung on, grounded over to third, picked up, thrown to first, and Espinal catches it for the first out of the inning.
No question about that one being fair.
Second out, rather.
Definitely kept in the infield.
Well, 2 outs. Sheeler didn't get a strikeout. Didn't strike out like fans were hoping for. Now puts a runner on second, bringing up Coy Schwanger, the extra hitter this evening. Chandler getting ready for this next pitch. That one's a little outside for a ball. Chandler. Next pitch upcoming. 1-1. One ball, one strike with a runner on second. 2 outs in the inning. Chandler's pitch. Swung on and fouled. Looks like that could be another car.
A lot of foul balls here down that right field line.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Chandler, he pitched well in the first. Looking to finish the job here in the second. 1-2 upcoming from Chandler. Ball low.
I think if the backstop holds on to that one, he probably gets the call. That same spot has been called strikes earlier today, but instead it's a 2-2 count.
2-2 count, 2 outs, runner on second. The southpaw going back to work. Here he goes with the 2-2 offering. Swung on, grounded over to Espinal at first. He bobbles it a little bit, tossed over to Chandler. Chandler leaning in there. They'll say he's out, and there's the last out of the inning.
Great job by Chandler to run to the first base after he saw Espinal. Couldn't get there in time. A great job, great communication there, and you kept the Pioneers scoreless. You can't ask for much more.
We'll take a look at Bubba Dog Bailey and see how he's doing.
Alright, fans, continuing with the cars that are illegally parked in the right field deep parking lot. A black Subaru Outback, license plate CSLJR. A blue Ford Escape.
I want Bubba Dog here in the press box one of these days, Austin. Got to get his perspective on the game and see what goes on in his head when he's watching these Muckdogs play.
Blue Dodge Van, HRT 1633. If you're one of those 14 pairs,
Now Justin Espinal coming up to the plate for the Muckdogs, facing off against Freeman still.
in the bottom of the second inning, fifth, first base number 37, Justin Espinal.
Espinal waiting for the first pitch upcoming from Freeman. Here it comes. Swung on by Espinal, going out into center. We're getting under it is the center field Donati for the first out.
Great contact there by Espinal. Just Donati happened to be there and made the play.
That brings up Anthony Greco, his first plate appearance for the Muckdogs.
Greco almost had a huge diving catch in right earlier, just popped out of his glove at the last second, but he has had some action over there in right so far in this game.
First pitch just bounces in the other batter's box. Going way out of there. One thing that I've been appreciative of so far in this game has been the sound effects coming from our DJ, Mike Burns.
He's done a great job so far. A lot of great sound effects every time something crazy happens on the field, and the fans like it as well.
2 balls, no strikes with 1 out in the inning. Greco getting ready for the next pitch. That one bounces away for the 3rd ball. Still tied at 0 here at Dwyer Stadium in the bottom half of the inning with 1 out. Freeman got into some trouble in the bottom of the first, and now we're still going here. A 3-0 offering. There's a strike, and Greco knew it. Now Freeman looking to battle back here. The 3-1 offering. Swung on by Greco over to first. Snagged by the first baseman, who touches it himself for the out.
Callahan making the play all by himself there. And Vesco comes up for his first at-bat of the season.
Vesco
Brand new
coming to the
Muckdog.
plate.
Vesco, a new addition to the Batavia Muckdogs roster, and now batting 7th, getting a little bit of an opportunity to show head coach Joey Martinez what he's capable of.
Looks like they needed to change the balls here.
Had a wild pitch there by Freeman. Great stuff. Super talented young freshman. But man, he has struggled with control early on in this first start.
1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Vesco's next pitch swung on and missed for a strike. One count with Freeman getting ready for the pitch. Swung on and missed again. Vesco, a 6'4" outfielder, gives them some size in Batavia. Freeman's 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed by Vesco, and that's the final out of the inning.
Vesco, a little too aggressive in that plate appearance. Swung on almost all of those pitches thrown at him and concludes the inning here for the Muckdogs.
What's up, Muckdogs fan? It's Bryson Berry, pitcher and outfielder. If I were to get a car in Batavia, I'd go to Pellegrino Auto Sales. Come on down and see why they're Batavia's #1 leader in auto dealing.
Trey Runge coming up for the Pios here in the top half of the inning. Chandler on the mound. 2 scoreless innings so far under his belt. Getting ready. He's gotten into some jams so far. First pitch to Runge. Barely misses the outside part of the plate for the first ball.
Chandler's shown a lot of poise tonight. He's battled through some tough innings, gotten some traffic on the bases, and nevertheless, he's kept the Pios scoreless so far in 2 innings.
Another ball for Chandler. 2 balls, no strikes. Chandler's next pitch. Inside for ball 3.
He's gotten out of this situation before, Austin, so let's see if he does it again.
There's his first strike. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, Chandler says. He's starting to battle back. 3-1. Swung on, that one's popped up. We're moving over is the second baseman Walker for the out.
And there's that siren from the sound effects you mentioned earlier.
Well, we're heading to the top of the lineup now. Aiden Frey coming right back up. He grounded out to Walker last time in his first at-bat to lead things off. Pitch upcoming. Ball low. One ball, 1 strike. As Chandler goes to work against Frey. Here's the offering. Swung on, that one's going over where Espinal runs into the umpire, but that one's out of play.
Espinal doing the dirty work on the field. On a lot of these foul balls, he's sprinting to try and catch them to get some quick outs for Batavia.
Chandler's pitch. There's a ball high. Chandler's 2-2 pitch. Going outside, and he's just chewing up his pitch count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, a full count. Frey walks in his second at-bat, bringing up Camden Jansen, who walked in his first at-bat.
Just got to make sure if you're a Gavin Chandler that you don't walk more than 1 runner, because that's potentially when disaster strikes, and Batavia has to make sure that that doesn't happen and can't afford to get behind early on in this game.
Runner on first. The first pitch, trying to lay down a bunt. Now that snap throw over where Espinal knocks it down. Chandler getting ready for the 1-0 pitch to Jansen. Ball outside, throwing a little bit slower than he normally does.
Yeah, both teams with lefties on the mound tonight. We haven't seen a lot of aggressiveness on the base paths. Leadoff man Fry on base. We'll see if he takes off during this Jansen at bat.
There's a strike.
Be pretty big to get in scoring position here with 1 out.
2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out in the inning. Runner on first, the throw over to first. Espinal tries a quick tag, but he's in there safely. That's Frey.
Espinal doing a great job of keeping Elmira's hitters honest.
Chandler going back to work, resetting for the 2-1 pitch. Jansen goes to lay down a bunt, does not connect on one, but he pulls it back just in time for a ball.
Another at-bat for Chandler where he has 3 balls and has to dig himself out of a hole here.
3 balls, 1 strike. Swung on and fouled by Jansen. Going on another full count for Chandler. Chandler's full count pitch to Jansen as the runner goes. Jansen hits that over into left center. We're getting underneath it. Is Vesco for the out.
Vesco didn't have the best at-bat when he was up earlier today, but starting to make up for it on the field, Austin.
Tanner Donati comes up. He struck out in his previous plate appearance.
It's kind of big. Fry was stealing on the pitch, so he was not able to tag. He remains at first base here with 2 outs.
Lefty versus lefty underway. That one's going out into deep right field. Getting on his horse is Greco. That one bounces off the wall. Runaround's third. The Payos get their first run on the board. Stand up triple for Donati as he sends that one deep into Batavia right off of the Myers RV sign.
Donati with a huge hit deep right center. Fry with some speed getting all the way in from first, and the Payos take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 3rd inning.
It brings up Darren Callahan with a runner on third.
It'll be interesting to see what head coach Joey Martinez does in regards to deciding whether to keep Chandler at the mound or roll with someone else. On one hand, you have Chandler who's got himself out of some of these holes in these 3-2 counts, but at the same time, you don't want to take any chances because of what just happened with that triple from Donati.
Callahan gets in with a stand-up double. 2-out rally coming for Elmira. Bringing up Calvin Werlow. Grounded out to the third baseman Butler last time.
I said it before the game, I'll say it again. Those 3 and 4 hitters for the Payos are going to be the ones doing the damage. And there they are getting 2 RBIs there in the top of the 3rd here.
Chandler going back to work against Werlow. First pitch, ball low.
Callahan's got to start getting in some more pitcher counts. He's gotten a lot of 3 balls in this inning and prior innings as well.
1-0. In there for strike 1 as the swing and miss comes from Werlow. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Next pitch, 1-1. Swung on and grounded foul. One-two coming from Chandler. Here's the pitch. Ball low. Missing low there. Chandler, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Grounded over to the second baseman, picked up and thrown over to Espinal at first, and Walker gets the Muckdogs out of it. 2 runs score for the Pioneers as we head out into the bottom half of the inning.
Fans, it is now time to recognize...
Fans, getting a word from one of our sponsors, Muckdog Fans Auto Wash is an award-winning and committed to providing the best car wash experience in the Finger Lakes. Go unlimited and become a club member today. Don't forget to ask about the family plan and save even more. Some of our interns here in Batavia have gone to Auto Wash and have loved how their cars turned out following their car wash. This season, get yourself the latest Batavia Muckdogs gear. Hats, t-shirts, baseballs, jerseys, and much, much more. These polos also available down there. Stop by the merchandise stand near concessions on your way to Dwyer Stadium this season. This season, you can connect with the dogs like never before with exclusive content on our social media and different media platforms. Make sure to follow at Batavia Muckdogs on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And now, the plug from our social media. Caleb Walker coming up to the plate for the Muckdogs here. His first at-bat in this inning. Number 00 for the Muckdogs. 0-1 count early for Freeman. Walker, the 0-1 offering. In there, 0-2 now.
A quick 0-2 hole for Caleb Walker. Let's see if he can get himself out of it.
Walker has Joe Siciliano on deck for assistance. Here's the pitch. Way outside, and that one bounces. A great stop by the man behind the dish for the Pios, Bennett Sheeler. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Walker leaves that one high. Off speed, gets Walker looking. Joe Siciliano coming up for the Muckdogs here, the catcher.
That's twice now. Freeman has got strikeouts looking from that curveball. We'll see if that's a pitch he continues to go back to on favorable counts.
First pitch going against Siciliano. That's a ball high. Next pitch from Freeman, swung on by Siciliano, going out into foul territory. Let's see if a fan catches it. I didn't see it land, actually.
Siciliano trying to get the Muckdogs out of a drought here. The last 6 batters for Batavia Austin have failed to get on base. The last one to do so, Lucas Lopez, who was batting second, got on single in his first at-bat. So Siciliano trying his best to end that streak.
So 1-2 count now upcoming. Muckdogs have one down in the inning. 1 ball, 2 strike offering from Freeman upcoming. Ball inside and high. Looked like it could have been close to the zone. Now Freeman getting ready for the 2-2. He's pitched well, only allowed 1 hit so far in this one from Lopez. Swung on by Siciliano, going over to first. We're getting underneath it is the first baseman, Callahan, for the out.
Another batter that has gotten out in some capacity here. That makes it 7 straight batters, Austin.
Callahan struggled with some control issues, especially early today, but he's really settled in here the last couple of innings.
Yankiel Gonzalez coming up out of the University of Fort Lauderdale with 2 outs in the inning. Trying to spark something, 2-out rally for the Muckdogs, as that one's outside of the zone for ball 1.
And you see he's feeling that curveball so much through a first pitch curveball there to Yankiel Gonzalez.
Here we go again, 1-0, and there's another curveball going high in the zone for the second ball. Now a 2-0 count coming from Freeman. 3-0 now, and Gonzalez looking to get on base with the top of the lineup upcoming in the center fielder, James Mason, who walked in his first plate appearance. We have to get there first. Freeman looking to battle back in this one, down 3 balls to Gonzalez. Gets that one in there for strike 1. 3-1 count, it's a hitter's count. He's got the green light for anything good. Swung on, and that one's fouled right over our heads here in the booth. Now a full count with Freeman battling all the way back.
Good job by Freeman to get himself out of that 3-0 hole.
And there's a walk. With Gonzalez getting on base, bringing up James Mason, who I said earlier walked.
Then he's back to the top of the home run line, center fielder number 8, James Mason.
2 outs in the inning with Gonzalez on first. Mason looking to drive him over with Lucas Lopez on deck if we get there, but there's 2 outs in the inning. So Freeman getting ready for his offering to Mason. That one bounces. Great stop there by the catcher of the Pioneers, Sheeler.
That one could easily got by him and advanced the runner. He did a good job getting his pads down and stopping that one before it became trouble.
Gonzalez, bigger lead than we've seen so far. He's got a 2-step lead over at first with a lefty on the mound. There's the first strike against Mason.
Count 1-1. Yeah, over there on first base, Gonzalez. He's almost daring Freeman to throw back down because he was giving
1-1 count. Freeman looking over. There's the pickoff move over. Gonzalez trying to make him force a mistake. He looks like he's calling for him to throw back over again.
Was just about to say, Austin, Gonzalez starting to lead off a bit with 2 outs here. You have to be careful, and he just wants Freeman to keep an eye on him.
There's a ball high.
He is jumping all over the place down there at first. He is doing everything he can to distract Freeman right now, and it's obviously working. Freeman in a hole here, 2-1, 2 outs. There he still is, jumping all over the place.
That one's popped up by Mason going over there. Snagging it in foul territory is the first baseman, Callahan, for the final out of the inning. And the Muckdogs strand 1 here in Batavia.
I know.
Remember, Muckdogs game is a great way to entertain a group for the evening. Now we are able to offer fundraisers tailored to your group's needs. For all group information, please contact the Muckdogs box office at 585-524-2260 to reserve your package today. Wellness on the Go, WNGO, offers mobile mental health support through Medicaid managed care plans across Niagara, Genesee, and Orleans County. For more information, to make a referral, call us at 585-345-0448. That number again is 585-345-0448. We'll be sending it back down to the field as we're getting ready for the next hitter to come up to the plate. That hitter is number 57, Tim Haft. He singled in his first plate appearance. The second baseman, number 57, getting ready. Here goes Chandler again. A swing and a miss. We're in the top of the fourth inning. Elmira leading 2-0 over the Muckdogs. That one's going down the first base line. Looks like it could hit the visitors' clubhouse. Oh, no, somebody caught it down there. Right against the visitors' clubhouse.
A decision by head coach Martinez to keep Chandler at the mound. Despite some slumps at times, Coach Martinez just trusting his guys.
That one took out our front office, that last foul ball. Chandler's next pitch. Swung on, going down the left field line, but getting underneath it is the left fielder, Vesco, for the first out of the inning.
Another high fly ball corralled by Vesco. And he's keeping the Muckdogs alive here on the field, doing a great job so far today.
Kaufman coming up to the plate. He struck out last time. Chandler has one out in the inning. There's a 1-0 count now. Next pitch, swung on and fouled. 0-2 count rather. One out, 2 strikes. Chandler getting ready. Kaufman, he struck out last time. Ball outside. One ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Chandler's pitch. Swung on, that one's fouled off. Next pitch, swung on and missed, and there's the second strikeout.
Chandler being a little more aggressive at the mound here, starting to throw more strikes and starting to find more success.
Now, Jared, the fans here at Dwyer, they were hoping that we'd be at 2 strikeouts right now for Bennett Sheeler, with him being the Eli Fish K-Man this afternoon, but so far he only grounded out. And that one, he actually gets a single down.
It's still early, Austin, so there's plenty of time for that to happen, but he's done his best to prevent that, that's for sure.
Kind of playing with a chip on his shoulder, as all the other fans here at Dwyer is hoping that he strikes out. Now Coy Schwanger coming up. Looking for a 2-out rally. The Pios getting ready. Ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. We got a little bit of a big lead at first from Sheeler. Trying to test Chandler. There's the next pitch. Grounded. Looks like it hit a pile of dirt and went foul.
Chandler didn't notice the leadoff that time. We'll see if Sheeler does it again here. And we'll see if Chandler notices.
I think Chandler and Espinal might have collided down the first base line, but it looks like they'll both be okay. We got a 1-1 count upcoming to Schwanger. Here we go. It's a strike inside. Chandler 1 strike away from getting out of the inning.
Got to get out of this inning while you can, and just hope the Muckdogs can put some runs on the board on the other end.
There's a ball low and outside. Elmira leading 2-0 over the Muckdogs. They're looking to get out of this inning with no runs, but they have a runner on base. That one swung on. Greco going back on it. A little stutter step in the outfield, and that'll be it for the top of the 4th inning.
Greco didn't have to move much there at right field, was in the right place at the right time. Bottom of the 4th here in Dwyer Stadium. Elmira leads 2-0 over the Muckdogs. And now up to the plate for Batavia, Lucas Lopez. Got a single in the first at bat, now up again. And the count now quickly at 0-2, or 2-0 rather. Freeman throws the 2-0. Swung on, foul. Lands over the grandstand, so the count now 2-1. Freeman winds up, throws the pitch. Ball outside. Count now 3-1.
Freeman continues to struggle with that control. Continues getting in bad pitcher counts.
The next pitch, thrown to Lopez, is swung on foul.
Lopez with the green light there, but probably would have liked him to hold off on that one. That might have been ball 4.
3-2 the count now for Lopez.
Butler, the third baseman, on deck.
The 3-2 thrown. An off-speed outside pitch, and that's ball 4.
Leadoff walk for Lopez, and of course he's got some speed over there. We'll see if he takes the base with the lefty on the mound.
2-0 Elmira in front. Lopez on first, and up next to bat is Jake Butler. Butler with a ground out in his last at-bat. Returning to the mound once again, the home plate rather. This time, batting righty. The empty count. An attempted bunt by Butler. No contact made with the ball that time. And the count is 1-0.
Yeah, some speed on first base. A productive sacrifice or even a bunt hit would be pretty nice here for the Muckdogs.
Freeman eyeing first, throws the pitch. Ball outside. And now the catcher, Sheeler, going to talk to Freeman at the mound.
An important set of pitches here. Already down in the count. Another walk would be pretty huge for Batavia, getting 2 on, nobody out. Looking to rally back from the 2-0 deficit.
It's all about building that momentum. You get 2 runners on base with 0 outs, you have a good chance to score and catch up and build up on this 2-0 deficit. Butler back at home plate, joined by Sheeler, the catcher for Elmira. Freeman eyes first, takes another glance and throws the pitch. Ball inside, makes it 3-0.
Freeman's stuff has been good tonight. As of right now, he just has to focus on getting the ball over the plate. Back-to-back walks here would be huge for the Muckdogs.
There's the 3-0. That one low, called a strike.
Generous call there from the umpire behind the plate.
Looked like ball 4 to me. But Freeman gets ready to throw the 3-1. Off speed inside and low. And no doubt about it there, that one ball 4.
Like we mentioned, the huge back-to-back leadoff walks for the Muckdogs. No outs in the inning. 2 ducks on the pond. And now your cleanup hitter, Dutra, coming up to the plate.
A good chance as any for Batavia to tie up the game here. 2 runners on, no outs, and you get your cleanup hitter, Trevor Dutra,
Lefty
to the
on
plate at the right time.
Lefty on lefty matchup. We'll see what Freeman goes to. Shows bunt.
First pitch. Tried for a bunt but pulled it back. And the count 1-0.
Of course, Dutra at the plate right now. First baseman Espinal on deck. A rally brewing here for Batavia.
Freeman looking at second. Another pitch thrown and another bunt attempt. But no contact by Dutra. Freeman takes a deep breath, gears up to the 2-0. Another bunt attempt, doesn't make contact, ball thrown to second. But the runner is safe. Now 3 balls, no strikes.
Probably taken all the way here from Dutra.
Freeman throws the pitch. Off speed down the middle, called a strike.
3-1 now, you let the bat fly, anything in the zone.
Dutra bunting once again. This time it works out for him, and the bases are loaded with no outs.
A bunt hit by Dutra, perfectly laid down the third base line. No play from the third baseman, and Freeman couldn't get there in time. No throw even over to first base, and the bases are loaded, no outs. Still 2-0, but the Muckdogs knocking on the door.
The crowd is ecstatic, and this was the exact position Elmira was in last night.
The batter will be Justin Espinal, the first baseman.
Espinal, as you mentioned, did a good job on field so far. Pulled in a couple outs and went for those foul balls that were high. The empty count hits the outside corner for a strike.
He's been busy with the glove, now trying to get busy with the wood. Bases loaded. Big time at bat here for Espinal.
Freeman delivers the pitch. Swung on foul.
Took a big swing at it.
And the count now at 0-2. Freeman deals the pitch. This one swinging a grounder, but foul. Lands past the Muckdogs dugout. Espinal takes a quick minute to reset and gear up for the next pitch. Here's the 0-2. Swing on, and a grounder now gets past the infield, and Skip Martinez waves his runners home. Butler comes in, and the Muckdogs are on the board with 2 runners now. So the score even at 2 apiece. And just like that, we have a tied game here.
0-2, he was swinging all the way, grounds it in between short and third into left field, and with speed on second base, they score from third and second. Tie game at 2-2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Great piece of batting there by Espinal, getting 2 RBIs on his stat line for the night.
Lucas Lopez, the other runner, coming in home for Batavia. And next up is Anthony Greco. First pitch thrown. Greco tries to bunt.
Freeman had been lights out to start this game. 2 walks, a bunt single, and then a 2 RBI single, scores 2 to tie this game. Batavia finally breaking through on the left-hander.
Runners on second and third. The count 1-0. Here's the pitch. That one a ball inside. Freeman trying his best to get an out here. Can't afford another runner on base. Here's the 2-0. Off speed outside. And the count now, 3 balls, no strikes. The 3-0 from Freeman. Outside and off-speed pitch, called a strike by the umpire.
Nice frame by Sheeler there. That one was at least an inch off the outside corner.
Here's the next pitch. Swinging a high fly ball, popped out just left of the mound, and it's pulled in by the pitcher Freeman. So that's
tough out there, 3-1 count, popping it out to the pitcher.
The first out of the inning for the Muckdogs after bringing 2 runners home. And next up for Batavia is Jacob Vesco, the newcomer for the Muckdogs, batting righty.
He had a quick strikeout his first time up, and now 2 runners on base, 1 out in the inning. We'll see what he can do here.
First pitch, no swing outside. And the umpire rules it a strike.
I think he's probably not after this inning. I like it right now. The coaching staff for Elmira wants to let him try to play out of this one here. Game's still tied.
Here's the 0-1.
0-1 on the way.
No swing, off speed. That one low in the dirt. And the count now 1-1. Score knotted up at 2, 1 away. The count 1-1. Runners on the second and third here in the top of the fourth. Freeman fires the pitch. Swung on inside. No contact made by Vesco. And the count sits at 1-2. Freeman eyes second and deals the pitch. Swung on outside is foul.
Vesco has such a violent swing. If he does make solid contact, the ball is going to go a long way.
The count remains 1-2. Freeman once again taking a glance at second, throws the pitch. Way outside, curveball, and now we have a full count. Rather, it's 2-2. The next pitch. Swing and a miss from Vesco. And that's the second out of the inning for the Muckdogs.
2 outs, Caleb Walker coming to the plate. Still runners on first and second for the Muckdogs.
A great chance to score here, as long as you can just get it low and past the infield.
A hit would take the lead.
Freeman cannot take his eye off of second. First pitch swung on and pulled in by the third baseman, Frey. A great sliding catch from Frey concludes the fourth inning. The Muckdogs even things up at 2 apiece here heading into the 5th inning.
All right, Muckdogs, I'm here at third base. We got a little sprint outside the six. It's called Mother Dog Six. These 3 out before you guys start playing baseball again. Are you guys ready? What's up, Muckdogs fan? It's Bryson Berry, pitcher and outfielder. If I were to get a car in Batavia, I'd go to Pellegrino Auto Sales. Come on down and see why they're Batavia's #1 leader in auto dealing.
Welcome back to the top of the 5th inning here at Dwyer Stadium. The Muckdogs in the bottom of the 4th tied it at 2. New pitcher in for the Muckdogs. It's number 33, a left-handed pitcher from Felician University. That's Nathan Ruth from Union Beach, New Jersey. Leading things off is Trey Runge for the Pios. Ruth getting ready for his first pitch of the inning. That one swung on, going right back to Ruth. He just underhands it to Espinal at first for the out.
1 pitch, 1 out. It's a way to start off your appearance. Be top of the order now, Aiden Frey. Shortstop for the Pios.
Frey walked in his previous plate appearance, and in his first one, in this one, he grounded out to Walker at second. That one's in there for a strike, and Ruth off to a good start here in his relief appearance. Ruth getting ready for his second pitch, the 0-1 with 1 out. That one bounces in there for a ball. One count. Ruth, the southpaw, going back to work. Here he goes with the next pitch. That one's tipped off and bounces over to the backstop. Next pitch, that one's outside for a ball. 2-2 count against Frey. Next pitch. Swung on, that one's popped up with Espinal running over to the bleachers. He'll go over. Looks like that one bounced and out of play.
Thought Espinal might have a chance to that one, but he just ran out of room there on the first base line.
Quick Imperial March playing here at Dwyer Stadium. Next pitch from Ruth, the 2-2. In there, low. Full count now. Ruth, the full count pitch. Ball outside, and he walks him. That puts a runner on first with 1 out.
Strong at bat there by Ruth, but put that last one outside, and it'll be a walk-on fly with 1 out. Camden Jansen, the DH, coming up to bat now.
Back-to-back walks for Fry. Now Jansen up, who flew out to Vesco in left last time. Ruth getting ready for the pitch. Jansen tries to lay down a bunt. That one sneaks inside for a ball. Ruth, the lefty, back-to-back lefties for the Muckdogs on the mound. Sneaks outside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner on first. 2-step lead. Trying to tempt Ruth to throw it over. Ruth going to the plate, though. Swung on and missed by Jansen for a strike. Walker shading more towards up the middle with the right-handed batter up. 2 balls, 1 strike, thrown over to first, and Espinal just lays a light tag on. Just trying to keep him honest over there as opposed to catch him off guard. 1 down in the inning. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ruth down in the count, going right back at it. Laying down a bunt is Jansen. Picked up at first by Mason. He throws it over and gets it over to Espinal for the out.
Great throw by Butler and a great catch by Espinal at first.
Thanks for the correction. 2 Jameses, getting them confused. Or 2 JBs, I should say. Well, Ruth going lefty-lefty here with a runner on second. First pitch, swung on. Walker going over. He grabs it, throws over, off balance, and Espinal with the stretch for the out.
Espinal has to be the dog of the game so far for the Muckdogs. A great job holding down that first base.
Espinal doing what he needs to do as we head out into the bottom half of the inning.
Muckdogs fans, Auto Wash is award-winning and committed to providing the best car wash experience in the Finger Lakes. Go unlimited and become a club member today. Don't forget to ask about the Family Plan program and save even more.
Attica's 10th hole and golf course was formerly known as Attica Golf Club and is now a public 9-hole golf course that was built in 1932. Attica's 10th hole and golf is a great place to eat and is open all year round for holiday brunches, meals to go, and delicious Friday fish fries. Check out 96 Bunnell Street in Attica, New York.
Bubba Dog Bailey doing some trivia with the fans behind the Batavia dugout. Love the energy he brings to this already packed stadium. And he's going to resonate with the fans all summer long.
Fans, you got to check out Bubba Dog Bailey here at Dwyer Stadium. Get your tickets at 585-525-2260 or at the bottom of your screen going across the ticker now.
The fans have been electric ever since the bottom of that 4th inning. The Muckdogs tied up this game. The vibe in this stadium has definitely been uplifted since that inning.
Joe Siciliano out there facing off against Freeman. The Muckdogs tied at 2 in the bottom half of the 5th. Facing a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Freeman's pitch swung on and fouled, going over towards the Pios dugout. Now a 1-2 count upcoming for Siciliano. One ball, 2 strikes, the offering from Freeman. Strike out looking, and Freeman goes down on strikes.
A strikeout for Siciliano after a fly out that went towards right field.
One out with Yankiel Gonzalez up to the plate. He walked last time, taking that ball high. Gonzalez, he's got that personality on the base paths we saw earlier. Jared just bouncing back and forth at first. As Gonzalez drives that one, going out into deep left. Still carrying. And it's caught out there and left, but he had to go a long way to get it. As Werlo gets it for the next out of the inning.
So close to what would have been the first home run of the season for Batavia, and the crowd would have went wild, Austin. But back to what you were saying before about Gonzalez. He was ecstatic at that first base when he was on, just trying to get Freeman off his game in any way possible. That's the type of player Gonzalez is.
James Mason coming up, and that one will sit in the right center gap for a single for Mason. Bringing up Lopez.
Well, 2-out single there by your leadoff man. It's exactly what you want to do here to build a 2-out rally. And that'll bring up Lopez, your first baseman now.
Lucas Lopez playing short for the Muckdogs this evening. Has Mason on first, 2 outs, trying to drive in another run. Lopez takes that one low, and Mason's in there sliding.
Great timing and great decision making by Mason to go for second, and it paid off.
One strike, 2 outs. Mason bouncing back and forth out there. That one goes out to the backstop, and Mason into third. We got a runner in scoring position, and a nice easy one. A single scores him.
Mason slowly but surely moving around the diamond thanks to some errors on Elmira's side.
That's why that steal at second was so big for Mason, because that allowed him to get to third base on the wild pitch, and that was 90 feet away for Lopez.
Lopez just needs a base knock. Middle infielders playing back on the outfield grass, trying to cut that down. Here's the pitch from Freeman. That's a ball low.
Just gotta bring Mason here home.
Lopez does not get what he wanted. Frustration showing, going down the baseline. And Runge gets it at third for the final out of the inning. We're tied at 2 here at Dwyer. Similar situation to the game last night, Jared. A close one coming down the stretch now as we're in the second half of the game.
It was very close. 6 innings in, and then we talked about it earlier. A 6-run stretch in the bottom of the 7th inning by the Pioneers completely blew Batavia out of the water. So far, it's been neck and neck. We have yet to see an outburst like that from either team, but still plenty of ball left in this one.
Bubba Dog leading the charge with the kids running out on the field. Bubba Dog almost actually fell into the gate out there.
You can tell the kids love it. Look at how many little kids are running along the field and sprinting towards Bubba Dog. Definitely making a great first impression to the fans here in Dwyer Stadium.
Bubba Dog now going back out to corral all the kids together. There's still more coming. James Mason running out with them to center field.
I'm telling you, Austin, I want Bubba Dog here in this press box for half an inning one of these days. That'll be must-watch television.
Oh, here comes Dewey. Oh, we lost the phone. Dewey getting ready to run, and there he goes. Dewey going around to second base.
And
he falls.
over.
Dewey takes a tumble, and he's still going without a shoe. Dewey actually takes off both his feet, and now we have a kid running to
And he
home
falls
plate.
over again.
Oh, we got chaos here at Dwyer Stadium.
Austin, who would win in a fight, Bubba Dog or Dewey? We don't know who's under that Dewey costume. Well, we might know, but the fans don't.
Well, Coming back out to the baseball play, Darren Callahan.
But first, more Bubba Dog.
Leading off for Elmira in the top of the sixth, first base number 5, Darren Callahan.
Not quite sure with
Do it now.
a little miscommunication between the umpire and Bubba Dog here. Well, I guess we'll wait on the 50-50 raffle. And back to play with Darren Callahan up to the plate facing off against Ruth. Ruth, the first pitch, high and inside. Ruth coming right back with it, the southpaw going at it again. There it is, right down the middle. One ball, one strike. Ruth in his windup going to the plate. Swung on that one going way foul and maybe hitting one of the neighbors' houses.
Ruth, the relief pitcher for the Muckdogs, a freshman out of Felician University. Teammates with Abdiel Ventura, another pitcher. And coming into the season, just simply wants to make an impact.
There's a ball high, a 2-2 count.
First mound appearance for Ruth as well this season.
2-2 offering. Swung on and missed, and Ruth gets the strikeout. Now bringing up Werlo.
Werlo made a huge grab and left last inning, saved what would have been multiple bases for Yanquiel Gonzalez, ranging back towards the warning track. Now he's up to the plate to make an at-bat.
Ruth's first pitch going outside. One ball, no strikes, one out. Ruth next pitch, swung on, diving! Oh no, he attempted for it. Lopez looked like he was going to dive, but didn't end up going away with it. We got a single there for Werlo. Bringing up Tim Half.
Lopez almost had it, but was just a couple inches short. And Elmira gets a runner on base as a result.
One ball, no strikes. Second baseman up. Quick throw over from Ruth in there safely. Just trying to keep him honest over there. One out, the Muckdogs trying to hold the Pios here. Ruth, the delivery to the plate. There's a strike. 0-1 count. Ruth getting ready. Lifts his leg to the plate, ball high.
Ruth, a lot of outside pitches so far here in his time at the mound.
Another throw over. Espinal loses that one quickly. Ruth getting ready for the 1-1 offering. Lifts his leg, runner goes. Thrown over by Siciliano, and Walker got his leg taken out, but he's safe over there. It's a 1-2 count. Correction, a 2-2 count. Next pitch. There's the strikeout. The check swing gets him. Now 2 outs in the inning with a runner in scoring position, though. It's bringing up Eddie Kaufman, who could have been the Eli Fish K-Man. No balls, no strikes. Thrown, and it's a swing and a miss for a strike.
Kaufman had a couple of big at-bats last night. Was able to come through. Now with a runner on second and 2 outs, and a big spot here for Elmira.
Big rivalry between these two teams, being owned by the same owners. They go back and forth every year. The Muckdogs winning the West Division Championship in 2022, and of course the Elmira Pioneers winning it last year.
But I love you guys. I'm glad to be here with you guys. There's no rivalry here in the booth.
That one swung on and leaks out into the outfield, being waved around. Throw to the plate, Siciliano lays the tag down, they say he's safe!
Wow. And the crowd
Now
can't
Skip
believe
is
it.
coming out. Coach Martinez not happy. Siciliano, I feel like, beat that tag to the plate. Coach Martinez letting the home umpire hear it.
The frustration just erupted out of the stands, and Coach Martinez is also furious.
That's how Elmira takes the lead. Josh, what did you see? I mean, you're Elmira's side.
Yeah, I think the throw beat the runner, but I think the tag was a little slow, and I think that's what the umpire saw.
Too close to call from up here in the booth.
Wonder what Bubba Dog has to say about that one. Didn't see him anywhere on the field.
Next pitch, that one bounces in for a ball. Elmira holding the lead. One ball, no strikes with 2 outs. It's a 3-2 game with the Pios leading. Ruth the delivery. Well, the batter up right now is Bennett Sheeler. He has a single in this game. It's a 1-1 count. 2 outs. Ruth getting ready for the delivery to Sheeler. Here's the pitch. Ball outside, barely missing the outside corner. Next pitch from Ruth, outside and high. 3 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. Elmira holding the 1-run lead. There is a pitcher warming up out in the bullpen for the Muckdogs. Here's the 3-1. Swung on and missed. Now full count. with Ruth battling back.
Great discipline by Ruth to not give up down on the count. And now a great chance to close the inning here.
Three balls, two strikes. Ruth the pitch. Ball low, and he walks him.
Does not get the out that he wanted, but you gotta just shake it off and move on to the next batter.
Coach Martinez coming out for the mound visit.
A potential substitution here at the mound.
We got a call to the pen. New pitcher coming in for the Muckdogs, and that'll be it for Ruth.
This is an important part of the ball game here as the Pios take a 3-2 lead, top of the sixth, getting towards the business end of the night. And it's very important that the Muckdogs get out of this inning without allowing any more damage.
Bringing in a righty is Coach Martinez.
We know the Muckdogs can hit, so now you just got to get out of the inning and trust your bats to get you back in this game.
Liam Ryan appearing to be the substitution for Ruth at the mound. Ryan got a little bit of action so far. Not last night, but rather against Jamestown. So, has some experience pitching for Batavia so far.
So Ryan coming out on the mound, 2 outs. Runners on first and second with Elmira leading 3-2.
Yeah, back-to-back lefties to start the game for Batavia. Now bringing in Ryan, the right-hander. Change something up, give a different look to the Elmira hitters.
They'll bring Coy Schwanger to the plate. Ryan coming in, looking to get the Muckdogs out of this inning, only allowing 1 run from Ruth to start it. Fastball reaching down the plate for a strike. No balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. Ryan getting ready. Coming from the stretch. That one's fouled off down the first base line.
Our first right-on-right matchup today, Ryan on Schwanger. It's 0-2 right now, 2 outs.
Two strikes, Ryan looking to get at Schwanger. Finish it here. That one's fouled off. Siciliano going out. Quick talk to Ryan.
0-2, getting the right pitch here to try and get out on Schwanger.
Correction, that's actually Living Good on the mound. Josh Living Good. His pitch. Drop third, strike Siciliano to Espinal at first, and the Muckdogs only allow 1 run in the inning, now coming up with their bats in the bottom part of the inning.
Fans, you hear that music? Time to send it down to Mama Dog for tonight's Piccorillo's Pizza Delivery.
Welcome back to Dwyer Stadium. For those of you just joining us, Elmira leading over the Batavia Muckdogs by a score of 3-2. New pitcher out there for the Pios. That's number 23, Eric Burkan.
Righty from Elmira College. He's a sophomore, playing on the Pios this season. Muckdogs looking to do some damage here and make a comeback late in this game.
Third baseman Jake Butler coming up. Bottom of the 6th here at Dwyer in Batavia, New York. Burkan, his first pitch, swung on and missed from Butler for the first strike. Burkan going right back at it. A righty in the game for Elmira. There's a ball there.
Both pitchers, both teams starting off with lefty pitchers and now swapping to righties later on in this game.
Swung on and missed for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Butler looking to get on base. Swung on, that one's going out to center. Going back on it is the center fielder, Donati, for the out.
Got a good bat on it. Unfortunately, it was right at Donati there in center field. Only had to take a couple steps back to make the play.
Fans here in Batavia hoping and praying for Butler to get a hit, to get a half off of Tully's tenders. Some of the best tenders in all of Western New York.
I can attest, Austin, they're pretty good.
Actually had them for lunch today.
I went with the chicken and broccoli Alfredo. I had to change things up a little bit. Also was very good at Tully's. We've gotten Tully's a few times here in our time at Batavia, and Tully's has yet to miss. I'll say that.
You guys are making me want to try it.
On your way back, have Coach Drum stop at Tully's, and maybe the whole team can give them some business. Tully's, one of the top sponsors of the Batavia Muckdogs. As you can see their sponsorship signs out in right center and left center. That one swung on. It looks like it could sit down the left field line, and it does. Getting on base is Trevor Dutra with a single.
That one fell right in front of Warlow out there and left, right down the third base line. And Dutra with a 1-out single here to start things off.
That's bringing up the first baseman, Justin Espinal. Espinal has been my partner Jared's favorite player tonight.
He's been great on the field. I have to give him his praise.
First pitch to Espinal's in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike with 1 out, and Dutra on first. Dutra representing the tying run here as Espinal drives that deep left field, and Warlow gets back there to make the catch. Something about those balls going to the outfield so far, they just kind of die there.
Yeah, a couple big hits already this inning that have been loud outs, just have been where they've been hit, right at the center fielder, and then this one by Espinal right at the left fielder, Warlow. Tough luck for the Muckdogs, looking to start a 2-out rally here with Dutra still on first.
Greco up to the plate for the Muckdogs. Dutra on first. First pitch to Greco is a strike, finding the black on the outside of the plate.
Greco, a freshman from the College of William and Mary, a biology major there. And Austin, he says his favorite off-day activity is reading. You read any good books recently?
I'm currently reading one right now. I'm from New England, so for all the people out here, fans of the Patriots and everything, the Dynasty, the book, is a whole lot better than the Apple documentary that came out. Greco swings and misses on that one.
Might have to give it a read.
Highly recommend it for anybody that is a Boston fan, but I mean, we're in Western New York. I'm in enemy territory here, so shout out to Bills Mafia. Next pitch, swung on by Greco going down the left field line, and it looks like his teammates in the bullpen will be getting a souvenir.
The Muckdogs love that left field, outfield area. A lot of swung on pitches you've mentioned earlier, landing in that area. And a lot of them have been caught by Elmira, but if Batavia keeps swinging there, you never know, Austin.
Next pitch outside to Greco. Well, I'll swing that question back on you, Jared. What have you read for some good books recently?
I haven't been reading as much recently, but I'll say that a while back I read a book called And Then There Were None. It's, don't know if you've seen the book or the movie. Very good read. It's a murder mystery and has a lot of plot twists in it, so definitely a good book I would recommend. Quite a lengthy read, but a good one nonetheless.
Well, sending it back up here in the booth. Austin Mendes alongside Jared Valentin and Josh Davis here from Can USA. Got a good one brewing going into the top of the 7th. Elmira leading 3-2 over the Muckdogs here. Still rolling with Josh Livingood on the mound for the Muckdogs at the other end. Just gonna get a quick word from one of our sponsors. Ficarella's birthday packaged. Do you or someone you know have a birthday coming up? Host it with the Muckdogs. For just $179, you receive 10 tickets, 2 Ficarella's pizzas, 10 drink tickets, and one autographed baseball, and a PA announcement from our very own Paul Spiata for birthday person. You got a birthday coming up?
I don't. My birthday was in January, so I gotta wait. Like 7 more months.
Feels like at the Pios we've had a birthday every other day recently. We could have used that deal.
Ficarella's Pizza, we've had that quite a few times. The better pizzas I've had in New York. It's probably the best pizza I've had up until this point.
Doesn't top New York City pizza, Austin.
Never have had it. Never have had it, and I was just in New York City.
You looked at me as I was going to say it. You read my mind. I've lived there for the first 13 years of my life, and nothing beats New York City pizza. No matter where you go, you try all these different places, these different restaurants that call themselves New York City style pizza. Nothing tops it. Nothing tops it.
First pitch in there is for a ball.
Ficarello's isn't as much of a go-to place as Tully's.
We change it up every day up here in Batavia. Got different lunch choices every day. My personal favorite out of everywhere that we've gone to is Bourbon Burger. You can see their sign out in left field. Bourbon Burger, if you haven't had the Kentucky Company Burger, I know that's a favorite burger of Bubba Dog Bailey coming from Fort Knox, Kentucky, but the bourbon sauce they put on that burger is pretty good.
I went with the Everything's Bigger in Texas burger the one time we ordered from Bourbon and Burger. And for those of you who don't know, the Everything is Bigger in Texas burger is a burger with bacon on it and comprised as the bread 2 grilled cheese sandwiches. So a very colossal burger from Bourbon and Burger. Nevertheless, though, it was a very good lunch option.
4-pitch walk against Runge. That brings up Aiden Frey, top of the lineup.
That's basically 2 meals in one. That's like grilled cheese sandwiches and a burger just all smushed together.
It is. It's great.
For those of you watching, if you can't tell, we are hungry up here in the booth.
We failed to mention one of our other frequent places here so far during our time in Batavia. Cinquino's Pizza, another great sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs, and another consistent choice for us here with the Muckdogs this summer.
Besides that one day we got Taco Bell.
We don't talk about that one day we got Taco Bell.
You guys have been eating really well around here.
There's a strikeout right there, first out of the inning.
Tell us about all these fancy places you're eating lunch at all the time.
Plenty of options, to say the least, here in Batavia, and a lot of them sponsors of the Muckdogs. So we thank them for their contribution to making baseball possible here in Batavia.
There's the first strike against the batter, Jansen. Now going back, if anybody from the executives of Taco Bell is listening, that bean burrito was good. So if you guys want to hop on and get a sponsorship deal done, love to.
You know who likes bean burritos, Austin? Bubba Dog Bailey. A big fan of the bean burrito at Taco Bell. Actually was advocating for it today as our lunch option before we eventually went with Tully's.
If anybody from Bourbon Burger is listening, I will gladly work out a deal with you guys. I love going there. It's a great effort from Siciliano. Gets that ball stuck in the net. The fans don't like it because they wanted a souvenir. But yeah, anybody from Bourbon Burger, head on down to the Muckdogs box office, and we can work out a deal. I'd love to do more work with you guys. And that Kentucky Bourbon Burger, really good. That would have been my pick for a lunch choice today.
I would have been okay with the Everything's Bigger in Texas burger. We need a Muckdog burger for at Bourbon Burger. We have Muckdog Ale, but we need a Muckdog burger.
What would the Muckdog burger be comprised of?
That's a good question. Well, for starters, probably a bacon cheeseburger.
That's a good start.
That's a solid foundation for the Bourbon Burger.
Thrown over to second, back to first, and Espinal reaches for it, not able to get it in time. Attempting the double play as Butler tried to spin it.
As the Muckdogs nearly make a double play there. The Muckdog burger. I like some onions on my burger. So, onions, bacon, cheese. Austin, you got anything else you'd like to add to this Batavia Muckdog burger?
Bacon.
More bacon? I said bacon.
Oh. Hard to hear with everything going on in the background. Yeah, double bacon.
Burger, cheese, onion, and bacon, and more bacon on the Batavia Muckdog burger. Bourbon Burger, get on it.
Living good, getting ready for the pitch to the plate. Trying to lay down a bunt is Donati. Unable to get anything going there. No contact. Still a 3-2 game here in the top of the 7th inning. Runner on first. The pitch to the plate. That one, Siciliano able to drop down to a knee and block that for a 1-1 count.
I'm hungry now, thinking of that Muckdog burger.
1-1 count with Living Good. Has 2 outs in the inning. He has a runner on first. That one swung on, popped up. Where getting under is Lopez for the final out. At the top of the 7th, no runs for the Pioneers as we head out into the bottom half of the inning here at Dwyer Stadium.
Great fielding by the Muckdogs there to close out the top of the 7th inning. Now just have to respond at home plate and get at least 1 run on to tie things up.
Bubba Dog will be coming around for ice cream, so scream if you want ice cream.
Jared, you should be screaming.
I see him behind the Batavia dugout. I'll try and wave my hand. I don't know if he'll throw it from the press box, or into the press box, rather.
Well, fans, switching around here as we see Jared trying to get his ice
I
cream.
tried my hardest. He moved past me.
Wanted to give a shout out to our social media manager, Luke George. He's done a fantastic job with all of the Muckdogs social media for this season. He'll be there all season long. Luke over here around the other side of the wall. We're going to give him a social media plug right now.
Back to the topic of our social media department. Also, a quick shout out to our Instagram manager, Connor Gerhart, doing a great job with the Muckdogs coverage over on the gram.
Pinch hitter here for the Muckdogs. It's Sean Mendez.
Mendez, a rough night at the plate yesterday for the Pioneers. For the Muckdogs. 4 at-bats and 4 strikeouts. Trying to redeem himself here late in this one.
It's a ball outside with the slider not hitting its mark. Muckdogs trailing 1. We're in the bottom of the 7th. That one bounces in. Bottom of the 7th here at Dwyer Stadium. It's a 3-2 game. Set up for an excellent finish. Next pitch upcoming. Swung on by Mendez. Grounded over to third. Picked up and thrown back to first for the out.
A close call there, but the umpire called it an out. And now
Runge's had a really strong night over there at third base. I mean, we talked about some guys for the Muckdogs that have played great tonight. Espinal at first, Lopez at short. But Runge's been fantastic for the Pios at third.
Pioneers broadcaster having to do his Pioneers plug. Appreciate it because, of course, the broadcast for some teams can be a little biased. Have to show both sides.
I've done my best to put on my Muckdogs jersey tonight.
Caleb Walker up to the plate for the Muckdogs, quickly down 0-2 in the count.
we give both sides a chance here with the Batavia Muckdogs. We couldn't do it for Jamestown. It was the two of us last night, and now we get Elmira's broadcaster here to join us for what has been an awesome three-man crew tonight.
Fouled off.
Yeah, I want to thank you guys. I was obviously having issues with equipment and proposed the idea of joining in with you guys, and you guys were very open to it. And it's been a lot of fun. It's been a blast doing it with you guys.
Something interesting right here with the defensive lineman as that pitch is fouled off by Walker. Look at the right center gap. That's about a country mile between the two outfielders.
Yeah.
With a lefty up.
If you're Caleb Walker right now at bat, you have to notice that, and you have to be planning to hit it down the deep right center field there.
There's a ball high.
And that's got to be a decision from Donati out there in center, right? There's no data on these guys. We don't have hitting profiles for these guys yet, so there's no way Coach Drum is the one deciding that. That's going to be just a feel from Donati and thinking, where is he going to hit this?
Yeah, it's the third day of the season here in the PGCBL, so still early. And as you mentioned, got to be a feel by Donati.
2-2 offering. Here's the pitch. Ball low, and Walker has battled all the way back. Now, even looking down the left field line, the left fielder is in that left center gap. They could be thinking that he's been late on it up until this point. Full count pitch. Strike three, and Walker gets rung up. Now 2 outs. Joe Siciliano upcoming.
Siciliano, a fly out in right field in his first at bat, followed by a strikeout, and returns here again.
I want to shout out Siciliano because I said at the beginning he had to shore up the backstop position, make sure they weren't getting as many pass balls by him. He has done a much better job throughout this game.
Now it's going over where the second baseman slides down for the grab. Tim Haft gets the out. No runs for the Muckdogs. As we head into the top of the 8th, running out of time here at Dwyer Stadium in their home opener.
And it's now time to send it down to Bubba Dog for tonight's.
What's up, Muckdogs fan? It's Bryson Berry, pitcher and outfielder. If I were to get a car in Batavia, I'd go to Pellegrino Auto Sales. Come on down and see why they're Batavia's #1 leader in auto dealing.
Let's send it down to the field to see what Bubba Dog's doing. He's got musical chairs going on over here down the third base line. Here goes the musical chairs. They're grabbing onto the chairs. Music stops, and the kid in the blue pants gets sent out, and now we have one chair left. The music starts. They're roaming around. Black versus gray. Who's going to win it? Oh, he pulls the chair! A dirty move. He must be a Pioneer fan.
Way to think on your feet in a game of musical chairs.
Must be a Pioneer fan, Josh.
That's the most excited you've been all night. You were absolutely on point for that call for the musical chairs.
First pitch from Living Good going right down the plate for a strike. Had to. Hopefully he looks back at this and sees he was on the broadcast.
Fans, if you're watching this, I hope you understand how exciting that was on camera, because it was very exciting here in person.
Going back to Bubba Dog being on the broadcast, this is not the last time we're going to see him on the field. This is not the last time we're going to hear him from the press box, and definitely not the last time he'll be mentioned.
1 ball, 2 strike from Living Good. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled off. It looks like it hit off the mask of Siciliano. Up to the plate for the Pios is Darren Callahan. Siciliano shakes it off, getting ready for the next pitch, upcoming from Living Good. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Living Good is from Lexington, Kentucky. A lot of Kentucky mentions tonight with the Kentucky Bourbon Burger, which we won't go back to that food conversation.
Bubba Dog, a Kentucky native.
Bubba Dog from Fort Knox, Kentucky, and now Josh Living Good from Lexington, Kentucky. 2-2 upcoming. Here's the pitch from Living Good. Ball low. Full count now.
Josh Living Good, a junior out of Center College. Tallied 30 strikeouts and 18 hits in just 16 innings pitched this past season on a team that went 36-13, Austin.
Swung on and missed, with Callahan going down swinging.
That's a huge strikeout to start off this inning. Callahan, the cleanup hitter, one of the better hitters for the Pios. And now you got another dangerous hitter in Warlow coming up, but a big out there to start off the inning.
Warlow up to the plate for the Pios. First pitch is a ball. Living Good getting ready, the 1-0 with 1 out. Here's the pitch. High inside for ball 2. Living Good's next pitch. Slider drops in there for a strike. Living Good back to the windup. 2-1. In there for a strike as he battles back. Living Good, he's battled back in this count. A 2-2 pitch with 1 out. Swung on, that one's fouled away. Two pitch. Swung on, grounded, picked up by Walker at second, thrown to Espinal for the second out. Still a 3-2 game, top of the 8th here. Tim Hafty coming up to the plate for the Pios.
I like that, Hafty. Maybe he just got a new nickname.
One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Finding that one in the zone for a strike. One ball, 1 strike. Living Good, back to the windup. The delivery, swung on and missed for strike 2.
Made Hafty look silly on that one.
Oh, we got Bubba Dog in the booth.
Bubba Dog in the press box. This is exactly what I've been waiting for.
Living Good, the delivery, swung on and missed for strike 3, and the Muckdogs going right back at it.
What are we doing over here?
Oh,
Bubba Dog now joining us on the broadcast. Bubba Dog, how's it going?
I don't want to see that right there. What are you talking about?
we got Bubba Dog in the booth with us.
Folks, I'm losing my voice out here, and those kids are chaotic.
We've been giving you a lot of shout-outs, a lot of mention on the field. We just saw that musical chairs game that took place.
Yeah, see, I went out there. The key was to find the most chaotic and bloodthirsty children out there, and I think I found 6 of the most bloodthirsty kids out there. They've been noisy all game, all right?
I think you did that last move by that kid was impressive.
Yeah, no, that is definitely a winning strategy right there. That is, he definitely game planned this at the beginning when I told him what game he would be playing.
A little bit of a Bush League strategy, though. How about the Pioneers?
It's definitely, yeah, no, it's definitely dirty. It's definitely an uncommon strategy. Most people don't play that. They try to play by the rules, but that's not how winners are made. All right, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get some water.
Thank you, Bubba Dog.
Thank you, Bubba Dog,
Coming up
for
in the
making
booth.
his way into the press box and into the broadcast.
Fans, our next game will be tomorrow at 4 against the Niagara Falls Americans. The Niagara Falls Americans, a team of Can USA, recently purchased by the ownership group, will be back here for Meet the Team following the conclusion of the game. Mashanik coming right back in for
Mechanic, an
Pioneers.
incoming freshman at Niagara County Community College. He has not played a single game of collegiate baseball, and yet he is here at the end of this ball game in a huge spot for the Pioneers. He has tons of talent for Elmira High School earlier this season. He threw the first no-hitter in Elmira High School history. So the kid has tons of talent, and he's in a pretty big spot here against the Batavia Muckdogs, holding on to a 1-run lead.
He's facing off against Yankiel Gonzalez. That one goes out for a ball.
And Yankiel would be a pretty great batter to get on base right now for the Muckdogs to distract the new pitcher.
So, to get this correct, Mechanic just recently graduated high school? Is that what you said?
Just came from high school. Just probably graduated, I assume, this spring, as he's an incoming freshman to Niagara County Community College.
Now, Coach Drum going with Mechanic in the bottom of the 8th against your rival in a 1-run game. That shows that he has big faith in this pitcher.
Gutsy decision, if you will.
Yeah, you'd think you'd look at one of your experienced relievers, somebody who is comfortable in these kind of situations, and he trusts his freshman who walks the leadoff batter.
Well, Gonzalez on base. That brings up James Mason. Now, here's something to think about, just from Mechanic's point of view. I'm a senior in high school. I'm not actually a senior, but if I'm Mechanic, I'm a senior in high school playing with a bunch of college players. Some of these players may go on to play professionally, and you're put in on your rival's opening day in the bottom of the 8th, a 1-run game.
Gutsy, as I said.
But even... Oh, the snap throw to first! And Gonzalez is in there safely. But going back to Mechanic, just... What if you have school on Monday, then you go back to school and you're just sitting there and you're like, yeah, I just played in a baseball game over the weekend because it's a ball high
Against a bunch of college players.
As a senior.
Not even have graduated yet.
Exactly. It's a 2-1. Just point of that whole spiel was a lot of props to Mechanic coming out into this situation.
And this is when the lights are brightest. Bottom of the 8th, as you mentioned, a 1-run game. It's coming down to the wire. This is almost what happened last night before that explosion in the bottom of the 7th. And
Mason walks. That's 2 base runners out there.
And you're giving the mound to a guy not even in college yet. So, must have seen something in practice these last few days, Austin.
Looks like we have a pinch hitter upcoming. Coach Martinez making a change. The pinch hit for Lopez.
No outs here in the bottom of the 8th. You got 2 runners on base.
Correction, pinch runner TJ Morris coming in to pinch run for Yankiel Gonzalez. And Gonzalez started this off. No outs. Sorry, Travis Hammond rather coming out.
I don't like that move. I love Yankiel on the bases. I love what he does in terms of bringing chaos and distracting the pitcher. But obviously Hammond with tons of speed out there.
So Lopez up to the plate. We have 2 relievers warming up in the bullpen for Elmira. It's a 3-2 game. Elmira leading, no outs. Lopez lays a bunt down. He pops it up, diving! Mechanic! What a play!
Wow!
Wow!
You think he's ready for this stage, Austin?
Wow, what a play from Mashanek. And that's something that earns the respect of your teammate.
When the lights are brightest, he stepped up right there.
Who says pitchers aren't athletes? That was a heck of a play.
Wow. Just have to tip your hat to Mashanek there. Well, 1 out, runners at first and second. Mashanek still on the mound after that phenomenal play, bringing up Jake Butler. Butler up to the plate, takes that first strike. Just astonishing, going back to that Mashanek play.
Despite that, 2 runners still on, 1 out. You still have a good chance here if you're Batavia to knot the game up at 3 and possibly snag the lead. So just got to keep your head in the game here if you're the Muckdogs and if you're Butler right now at bat. And just see what happens here.
Quick mound visit. There's 1 strike. It's a 3-2 game, as I mentioned. Runners on first and second. Hammond, the speedster, at second. He represents the tying run and the go-ahead run on first. Jake Butler, the Tully's hitman of the game, up to the plate. There's a ball high.
A lot of the fans here now getting more into the sound effects being made here after every pitch.
The 1-1 offering. Ball high. 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike with 1 out. 2 runners on. Jake Butler up to the plate. Swung on and missed by Butler. Could possibly be his last opportunity as well to get his hit for all the fans here.
You got to make it count here if you're Butler. The runners on base for the Muckdogs starting to lead off just a little bit. We'll see if Elmira notices.
2-2 offering. Mashanek getting ready for the throw to Butler. Here it comes. Outside. Looks like he almost got the call. Now a full count. Could the stage get any bigger right now for Mashanek?
Nobody holding on Hammond a second. He's getting nearly halfway down that line with his secondary lead right now.
Mashanek.
Pitch. Butler swings deep left field, and the left fielder gets underneath it. Warlow, he sprints after that. Almost in the gap, but Warlow gets over there. That brings up Trevor Dutra, who had a phenomenal bunt for a hit earlier in the game.
He was the player, Austin, I was saying to keep an eye out for. He's in that cleanup hitter spot not only today, but was in the previous 2 games, and clearly that's for good reason.
Mashanek, he's gotten 2 outs. He has 2 runners on. He's straining those runners right now. Dutra up at the plate. Bouncing around is Hammond. The pitch to the plate. High, it bounces away, and Hammond stays. Looks like he lost that behind Dutra. There's a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Mashanek, possibly one of the biggest games of his life right now, his young career. The 1-0 pitch to Dutra. Swung on by Dutra, that's grounded over towards the dugout. 1-1.
Mashanek now aware of how much Batavia's runners are leading off on the bases here. He's keeping his eye on second base, especially before he's throwing any pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, way outside. There's a ball.
Another walk here would make the bases loaded. But with 2 outs, if that's the case, we'll see if Batavia can do something with the loaded bases.
Ball high, 3-1 count. Espinal on deck. 2 runners on. The press box is shaking right now with the fans outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Mechanic from the stretch. The pitch to Dutra, swung on and missed. Now runners will be going with 2 outs. Full count.
If you look deep into the outfield, Austin, that big gap between right field and center field is still as big as it was before. So if Dutra can hit the ball down the middle there into that sweet spot, you're looking at least 1 runner scoring for the Muckdogs.
The pitch, it's high, and there's ball 4. The bases are loaded with Espinal coming up to the plate. The Muckdogs trailing 1 run.
Espinal, a perfect chance here to bring the Muckdogs the lead. But he's got 2 outs, so it's going to have to be him who does it.
Coach Drum directing his team from the dugout. No movement. He's relying on Mechanic to get them out of it.
Espinal had the 2-run single earlier to take the lead 2-1. Can he repeat the same magic?
There it is! Grabbed by the shortstop, flipped over, and it died in the dirt. Mechanic gets out of it. That ball just died in the dirt in the infield.
And just like that, you get the bases loaded, but you haven't capitalized. Happened earlier today for the Muckdogs. And now with just 1 inning left to at least tie the game up at 3 here, it's do or die.
Living Good still on the mound for the Muckdogs. It's a 1-run game. Elmira's getting their closer ready, Josh.
Yeah, Mechanic worked the high wire. That was as close as it could have possibly been to scoring a run for Batavia without getting a number on the board. And it's going to come down to the bottom of the 9th. Pio's going to try to get some insurance runs here, but if they do not, it'll be a 1-run game going to the bottom of the 9th inning. The heart of the Muckdogs order will be coming up. Who does Drum put in to close out this game?
Do you keep Mechanic in?
I wouldn't, but maybe you think he's got some momentum going. I look at the amount of traffic he just did and what it took to get out of that inning, and I say, all right, let's go to someone else.
I think that's the move as well. Just the question is, who do you go to now to close out this game for Elmira? You can't let up any runs now, but you only have 1. Batavia only has 1 chance left, so.
Mike Geisler looked fantastic last night. I think he's the closer for this team. Obviously, he did pitch an inning or 2 last. I think it was just the 9th last night. So off 0 days rest, maybe he's off the table.
Certainly will be interesting to see who Elmira goes with, but for now, Batavia on the field for potentially 1 last time.
Well, here we go. The top of the 9th here with Eddie Kaufman coming up to the plate. Josh Livingood still on the mound for the Muckdogs. The pitch from Livingood in there for strike 1. Livingood shakes off 2 pitches. He likes that one. Here comes the 0-1. Slider getting in there for strike 2. The 0-2 pitch upcoming to Kaufman. Swung on, fouled off of Siciliano's mask.
Livingood start pitching, right?
Siciliano's taking a beating back there. But Still standing in there for the Muckdogs, holding down behind the dish. Ooh. Close, and I think Kaufman thought it was. Swung on, over, taken, thrown to first, and Lopez gets the out. Living good, trying to get the Muckdogs to the ninth. Bottom of the ninth.
Espinal, another out at first. He's been doing well to keep the Muckdogs alive.
We got Dewey doing Gangnam Style right below us. Living good against Sheeler now. The first pitch upcoming. Down the middle for the first strike. The 0-1 upcoming. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Now the 0-2 pitch coming from Living Good. Expect that slider to come into play here. Nope, it's a fastball down the middle. It's fouled off though. Staying alive is Sheeler.
I don't know.
No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Another strikeout, and Living Good is Living Good.
He's really found a rhythm here in the last couple innings. He came in, they needed him to shut it down, and that's exactly what he's done. And he is looking dominant right now.
I see what you did there, Austin. Just one more out he needs to get, and the Muckdogs will have one last chance to even the game here.
Living Good back at it. Swung on and missed again. Just been dominant so far in his outing. He's facing off against Korschwanger. 0-1. Strike 2. The Muckdogs could be building some momentum for the bottom of the ninth. One more strike until they get their final at-bats. Here we go. Living Good. Straight 3! We're going to the bottom of the ninth.
That's what Batavia needed. A quick top of the ninth inning, get Elmira out of home plate. And now, as I said earlier, one last chance to even this up or possibly take the lead. Can Batavia do it? We'll soon find out.
It's interesting. Mashanik still out there for Elmira. How are we feeling about that move, Josh?
Drum obviously likes what we saw in that inning despite him loading the bases. Drum has trust in his guys. That's all I got to say. I personally wouldn't do it. We just saw Drum talking to the umpire there. There was no look at the bullpen or anything. He has full faith in the young freshman.
We got Connor Gerhardt, who Jared mentioned earlier in the broadcast.
Our Instagram manager, for those who don't know. And Bubba Dog is back, baby!
Bubba Dog.
Give me this right here. Sure, so ladies and gentlemen, we have fireworks after the show. I don't know if anybody else is tracking this. All right, we've said it a billion times. There's signs all over Batavia. I put them out myself. All right, that is all.
Connor Gerhardt, the one orchestrating the show here.
The genius mind behind the Instagram of the Batavia Muckdogs. Some great content. Be sure to follow.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. You're here in the ninth. Coming up to the plate for the Muckdogs is Anthony Greco.
Mashanik, as we talked about, still staying on the mound here. This is one of the biggest moments of his life.
Mashanik getting ready for his first pitch to Greco. Here we go in the bottom of the ninth. In there for a ball, and Mashanik, he's thrown a few balls, but he's gotten out of it.
This is one of those decisions that on the 2-hour ride home, you're either going to be thinking, why did I do that? Or, wow, I can't believe I made that good of a decision.
Now, we've just been talking about Mashanik since he's came in. Mashanik, a high schooler in the game for Elmira, in a big situation as Greco grounds that out. Throwing to first, off the bag! And Greco going to second! The Muckdogs have their tying runner on second base!
That's what you needed if you're Batavia. Any reason to get on base, and you have a runner now. Greco on second, no outs here. This is a perfect situation for the Muckdogs. You can't mess this up.
I think Bubba Dog might have gave the Muckdogs some luck here. Sean Mendez coming up with Greco on second.
First error of the ball game, and it's a big one there by Tim Haftel. Had time, rushed the throw, and overthrew the first baseman.
Well, here we go. A big stage for everyone involved right now. Mashanik, a high schooler, on the mound. Mendez with the tying run on second. He goes to lay down the bunt. There's the strike.
The Muckdogs as a team in a big stage right now. It's the home opener. You got to show out here. And that's what they've done. But nevertheless, it's still a close game.
A productive out is still productive here for Mendez, and it looks like he's going for a sacrifice bunt right now.
There's strike two. He missed the bunt. Now he's got to swing. What a game we got brewing here, guys. No outs. Tying runner on second. Mendez at the plate against the high schooler for Elmira. 2 strikes. The pitch. Ball outside.
This game, the complete opposite of what happened last night in Elmira. The Pios comfortably got the job done, especially at the end. But now, the Muckdogs not going down without a fight.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball low, it bounces. 2 balls. Two balls, 2 strikes. Mashanik trying to get the job done for Elmira. Here we go. There's a ball high. It's a full count. From no balls to 3 consecutive.
Greco eager to move to third. He's leading off quite a bit.
Mashanik, the payoff pitch to Mendez. Ball outside, it rolls to the backstop. Greco moving over to third. Now we got runners at the corners. Mendez on first. That brings up Caleb Walker.
Elmira crumbling so far in this inning.
Coach Drum coming out. No motion to the bullpen.
Despite some quick mistakes from the Pios, Mashanik still staying in.
And I think we're very quickly seeing how this decision is playing out. Drum continuing to stay with Mashanik, and whether or not Batavia ties this game, this decision looms large in the outcome of this game. Very unexperienced young pitcher getting arguably his first collegiate action, and now with runners on the corners, no outs, it is going to take some incredible effort by the entire team, as we saw. It's not just Mashanik. If the run scores, it's unearned. That one's on Haftel. And so maybe that's what Drum sees. Maybe he sees Mashanik's doing something right. Obviously, he wouldn't leave him in, but still a surprising move to me.
The Muckdogs stretching someone in their bullpen. The huddle breaks. Mashanik still on the mound with no outs and runners at the corners. the game-winning run on first base in Mindas. Caleb Walker from Deposit, New York, up to the plate. Muckdog fans are ready for what the bottom of the ninth transpires here at Dwyer Stadium. Infield in. Mendez going. Throw to second. Now the game-winning run is on second base.
A bold play by Mendez, but it worked out. You get to second, and now all you have to do is go to third and go home.
Looks like they'll intentionally walk Walker.
Wow.
An intentional walk, loading the bases.
You want to talk about gutsy decisions by keeping Mechanic in? How about that one? Intentionally walking Caleb Walker.
Pinch hitter here. Pinch hitter, Cooper Romick up to the plate.
Yeah,
Infield is still in.
With one out, that would make sense to walk him. No outs. A double
Swung on! Out to deep center field! Romick getting over to first, tagging. Runners advance. We are tied!
A sacrifice out by Cooper Romick helps even the score at 3, and claps erupt from all over the bleachers.
Travis Hammond up to the plate. The game-winning run on third base. First and third situation. The only thing that could go wrong here is a double play.
That's exactly what you don't want. Head coach Joey Martinez at third, giving advice to Sean Mendez on how much to lead off and when to sprint for the win.
Here we go, Mechanic on the mound. A big situation here with one out. Runners at the corners. Hammond going to lay down the bunt. He does. Going down the first base line. Mendez going to the plate. It's a walk-off here at Dwyer. Travis Hammond in the home opener for the Muckdogs. What a game.
Great decision to bunt down the right field line, and it paid off. The Muckdogs come back from down 3-2 to take it, the home opener at Dwyer Stadium. 4-3 the final. The Muckdogs get revenge from last night's road loss.
Sean Mendez, the suicide squeeze with the win. Coach Martinez loves it. Cue the fireworks.
I talked about Espinal earlier potentially getting the nod as the dog of the game, but now it's got to be Mendez, right? Has to be.
It could be Hammond too, laying down a perfect suicide squeeze.
What a play. Great execution by the Muckdogs all around. And a boost, rebound win is what you needed, and it's what you got.
What a play. What a finish here in the Muckdogs home opener. That'll do it for us here at Dwyer. We'll be back here tomorrow as Niagara comes to town to face off against the Muckdogs. Let's meet the team, so come meet the team and meet the hero tonight. The Batavia Muckdogs walking off here at Dwyer Stadium in their home opener. Austin Mendes alongside Jared Valentin and Josh Davis wishing you a good night from Dwyer Stadium here in Batavia. Cue the fireworks, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you tomorrow night.